Alright, full disclosure, when information about this game started to leak out, I wanted to die. I was like, alright, yeah, you know, that's probably enough living for me, I'm good. I didn't want to live in a world where this was considered a good idea. I was incredibly harsh on the whole thing in general before even giving it a chance or looking at how it played or how the Mario franchise is being handled. After hearing overwhelmingly positive things from first adopters, I caved and decided to give it a shot. And I love it. I love it so much, I'm actually only going to show you footage from very early on in the game because I don't want to spoil anything. It's such a fresh and interesting take on what a Mario game can be. I mean, Mario karts, he golfs, he does RPGs, he does Olympics, he runs, he jumps, and now he does real-time strategy. Before we get into the combat, let's talk about the world. The world of Mario plus Rabbids is done in the most respectful and pure way it could have possibly been done. For the most part, it is just the Mushroom Kingdom, but it has elements of Rabbids and overall Ubisoftness peppered all over, which can make for some really interesting environments. It feels as if the worlds were appropriately mashed together. The Rabbids, let's be honest. The Rabbids are the gaming version of the Minions. I never really liked the Rabbids, I never saw the appeal, I only bought Rayman Raving Rabbids because Rayman was in it, and was horribly disappointed with the Rabbids concept as a whole. The only other Rabbids game I bought was Rabbids Go Home, because the gameplay and the general idea of the game seemed enjoyable, and the Rabbids inclusion seemed more like an afterthought. The Rabbids in this game are not that bad. They're definitely toned down on the obnoxious meter, probably to help them appeal to a broader audience. And the game constantly pokes fun at how weird the Rabbids are, which, as bizarre as that is, actually helps it feel more organic that they actually exist within the same universe as Mario.
Till the day that I become Hokage, whatever happens, there's no way I'm gonna die!
The combat. The combat is so much more fluid and deep than I ever expected from this game. The concept of planning out where your characters go and what you can do with each character fits so well to Mario and his companions, I'm surprised that Nintendo never tried a real-time strategy type Mario game sooner. Yes, it's like XCOM, but it's still incredibly enjoyable, especially when you start to unlock abilities later on for each character.
Play of the game.
I've got you in my sights.
The game does suffer from some weird technical glitches. You'll probably see random frame drops, and sometimes it'll do this thing where the models in the cutscene will disappear when you're getting back into gameplay, or when the camera angle changes. I have a theory that it's because the game actually uses the same models for both gameplay and cutscenes rather than two sets of models, which causes the models to jump from the cutscene to their starting combat positions instantly. There's also just weird stuff like this, where me going to the right of the level somehow caused all the clouds to move when I moved. There's also a steep difficulty curve. The later half of the game ramps up to some pretty hard stuff. So despite the fact that you'll probably see some less than stellar performance sometimes, and the game gets pretty hard, and the fact that Luigi dabs in the game, this game is actually really good and I highly recommend you pick it up. Ubisoft did such a good job handling a Nintendo franchise that when Nintendo Land finally comes to Universal Studios and Universal hits up Nintendo about a Legend of Zelda plus Minions game, I won't even be that worried.